Hey everybody, Johnny B. Good here. Good afternoon, greetings from Stanton, Tennessee. So today is Saturday, August 10th, 2019. Local time is 3:05. Temperature here is 91 degrees. Alright, Grace and I are continuing our trip to Mount Crawford, Virginia, which is 692 miles. First and foremost, I'd like to say birthday greetings to Ron Sheehan. 74th birthday. Happy birthday, Ron. Sheehan is spelled S-H-E-E-H-A-N. Ron Sheehan. And also to Christy. Happy Saturday, everybody. Alright, we should be approaching the state scale here of Tennessee. As always, I'm always hoping for a bypass or a free pass. I'm rather addicted to the free pass. It makes life more simpler. Let's see if they are open or not. I would guess that they are. Well, since I had a little bit of a time to spare today, I went and took a shower. Oh man, that felt good. But the shower attendant declared the shower hazardous material. Closed! They are closed! Yeah, the attendant called the hazardous material people. You know when you have like a spill on the highway? What do you call those guys? Radioactive. Also, I'd like to say hello to Stephen Meyer. I believe Stephen Meyer is from Janesville or Madison, Wisconsin area. He wrote me an email asking me about trucking. From what I understand, he's married, got kids. He's 35 years old. And he wants to know if he should pursue his dream of going trucking or not. Currently, he's self-employed. He has a carpet cleaning business. I don't know. I can't tell you guys what to do, what not to do. That's really ultimately, you're the only one that can really decide that, because there are so many unknown factors of your situation that I possibly can't fully understand or anticipate. But I can tell you this: if you're in it because of YouTube videos that makes trucking look a little bit glamorous, oh boy, you're in for a big disappointment and surprise. If you're in it because for the money, that's another wrong motivation. I don't know. Let me ask you this. What would be the worst thing that happened? What would be the worst thing it can happen if you were to stay where you are? If you were to stay in your current job, could you support your family? What would happen to your family if you stayed what you're doing? And if you say, oh, nothing. Look, man, all I'm saying is a job is a job, no matter if you're a rocket scientist or a lowly gardener or whatever. A job can be a little bit, a job could be glamorous for a little while. Hey, look at all the movie actors. They've got fame, they've got money, they've got power, and yet most of them are divorced. Kids are in custody battles. A lot of them commit suicide. Speaking of suicide, look at Jeffrey Epstein, the convicted sex predator, who recently got back in jail. I mean, he's a billion dollar person. He got sent to jail, and they suspect it was suicide. I don't know. That's where the conspiracy theories comes up. Did he really commit suicide, or powerful in Washington and Hollywood politicians that are involved in his no good deed? The story says that he has a private island in the Bahamas, and his island consists of young girls. Now, whether they're forced prostitutes or whether they're willing or not, they're supposed to be underage. He has a private jet called Lolita Express, and one of his friend or customer or guest is ex-President Bill Clinton. Now you know Wild Bill. Wild Bill's got is notoriously known for wild on the ladies. So who knows? I mean, if he's got dirt from powerful politicians, who knows, right? Who knows? But either way, he's gone. His fate is sealed. But back to the topic at hand is, you have a carpet business. You're home every night. Sounds like you've been supporting your family for quite a while on that business. I personally wouldn't do it. I wouldn't. I don't know. Money-wise, there's really not that big of a deal of money in trucking. I mean, sure, let's take my case, for example. I gross $1,400 minimum every week. Every week I gross $1,400. And it can go as high as, I don't know, $2,100, $1,800. But the living expenses out here are pretty high. Being on the road for 2 to 3 weeks at a time, it's not easy, man. I've been doing this for 27 years, and sometimes it's still hard. I don't know, I don't know how people that are not in relationship with God can survive out here. I think that the only reason that I can survive out here is the drive that I have to support my family, and that I have God to rely on. He sustains me. Apart from God, I don't think I can do this even for the love of my family. It wouldn't be enough. Now take my faith in God away for a minute and just forget about that fact for a minute. Whether you're a believer or not, an atheist or whatever your faith is, this is a very, very lonely life. Once in a while you'll see the same truck drivers throughout the United States in truck stops, and you'll recognize the cashiers, waitresses and waiters of a certain truck stop because you're a regular over there, But basically that's about the only people you really know out here, and yet, it's just, what is the word I'm looking for? Something to do with loneliness. Depression. A lot of truck drivers out there are major depressions. I think maybe that's how and why people are they act out, I think. I don't know. But all that negative things aside, let's just think about the positive side for a moment. Yeah, you get to travel. You get to see different states. different places, see things most people will never see. But after a very, very long time, it just, you can relate to this. You live in your city. How many times have you passed by a certain place, and before you know it, a certain building, say a certain house are gone? You don't really look at them anymore because it's so mundane. You see it every day. I've said this many times in 7 years that I've been doing this YouTube videos, that it has only been because of YouTube that I have re-engaged the world. I have re-engaged the beauty of the world, because I have something to talk about. I have some people to share it with. Now, if I was out here alone and without the YouTube videos, to whom should I point it out to, or to talk about? You just drive mile by mile by mile and pretty much be on autopilot, you know? I'm not trying to discourage you, Stephen, for whatever you want to do. Let me say this: if you can afford to explore this job, and you can always come back to what you have now, well, do it. In my case, I think this job is a lot easier for me because I don't have a choice. This is the only thing I know in my life. And sometimes without a choice makes life easier. And for the most part, as I said, it all comes back down to, it all comes back to grace, God's amazing grace, because for some reason, I don't know why God chooses to bless me so much. I have nothing to offer him. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. You know, I read this morning some on that book that somebody gave me. It's about how why God graces us. And as I said last week, I have been hammered with certain issues of life, certain temptations, and I have prayed and prayed and prayed to take that thorn off my flesh, and for some reason, I don't know, it's still there. And I had to ask God, I said, why do you continue blessing me? Why do you bless me when I am so wicked? The little voice in my in my heart said, I bless you so you can give me the glory. I want you to realize how evil you are, and yet I still bless you. And out of that comes gratefulness and worship. When you realize how evil you are, and you also realize how God is so gracious, even in the midst of your evilness, how can you not fall on your knees and give Him the thanks and the glory? I don't think God blesses us for our benefit. I think God blesses us so we could give Him the glory, the honor and the praise. We're just somewhat, I don't know, the effect of it. Can't really explain it, but I don't have any theology to support that, but that's just my opinion, I suppose. I mean, you don't have to be a Bible-believing person to see that. Imagine, if you will, if you have an enemy. If there's someone in your life that you are so cruel to, and no matter what you do, that person always just so kind to you and loves you so unending, unconditionally, how can you not reflect on that person's kindness? Right? That's right. So, Stephen, it's really up to you, man. As I said, I've been asked this question many times. And I always say, well, sometimes in life there's an itch. Yeah. The only way you get rid of it is to scratch it. As I said, if you have the time, the money, and the resource to try it, and you can always come back to what you've got, oh man, do it. Life is short. In a certain aspect, in a different aspect as well, is life is too short to be scared to try our dreams. But you got to be willing to pay for the price to find out whether it's really your dream or not, right? All right, we should be approaching this town of Jackson, Tennessee. We are down to 664 miles to Mount Crawford, Virginia. Oh, Bill Hot Lips Houlihan is gonna try to meet me. He hates it when I say that. a subscriber of mine from Maryland. His name is Bill Houlihan. I call him Bill Hot Lips Houlihan from the TV show MASH. Bill Hot Lips Houlihan is going to be near Mount Crawford, Virginia tomorrow. And so he's going to try to meet me up there in Mount Crawford. Just a little bit of a recap of what we're doing tomorrow is I am to deliver this load at 11 a.m. and reload right at the same place, delivering to Oconomowoc, Wisconsin for a 3 a.m. delivery. And after that, go home and pick up Mama. Then Mama's gonna ride with me, and for about a week or so, maybe 8 days. Probably from after picking her up, pick up a load out of Wisconsin, going back to Texas. Somehow end up going back to the yard. And then me and Mama are gonna rent a car and go home, and that's when vacation starts. Alright, that's all I have for you guys at the moment. As always, thank you so very much for watching. Thank you for listening, and thank you for your support. If you wouldn't mind so much, please continue to watch this video, subscribe, comment, and kindly please share these videos to your social medias, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, whatever you got. It really helps out a lot. So again, thank you so very much, and have a good and godly day. John, be good here. Praising God 1 mile at a time. Peace.